so, I mean, you guys can probably tell, but today's not gonna be a normal stream. Not gonna, you know, watch videos or play games or anything today. I kind of just have a bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk about.
Dante's watching you right now? Is he?
Go offline after. But yeah, it's, I mean, you guys know, I've been streaming for 10 years. Last week was kind of the first time that I ever really, like, spoke about a topic or, like, something that happened to me.
Go watch it. Anyone
and
else?
honestly, I'm really glad that I did, and I'm proud that I did. And, I feel like I have to see it to its conclusion, you know, if that makes sense. Not just for myself, but for, in a way, I kind of feel like a lot of people are involved.
To calm you guys down, bro, I'll pop a token, bro.
So that's why, sorry about my voice. I'm very, very nervous in case you can't tell. But I knew that this stream, had to be done today. So, yeah, pretty much, yeah. So I guess,
does anyone
might
know?
As well get started.
Skip 1520?
Not, you know, stall too much.
Do I actually skip 1520 or no?
I know there's a lot of people here who don't normally watch.
She starts leaking here.
You're wondering, yes, I do normally run 20-minute intros.
Oh.
And yes, my community at least claims that they like it. I think that they like it. I like playing songs for you guys, but anyway,
I started token.
Yeah, anyway. We don't like it? Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, I'm probably gonna stop reading chat now as well, but I mean, you guys are free to
1520, everyone
say
says
whatever
that.
you want, obviously. Things like this would happen, or I'd ever be doing a stream like this.
Maybe the 10 gifted
It just
Jezza.
feels very strange because it's just very out of my element. I've never really, like, for the most part, commented on drama or like self-inserted in situations, but I guess in this situation I'm kind of like stuck in the middle of it against my will. So it's like,
oh man, they were 10 gifted,
bro. Else is gonna do it. I'm just gonna take a second. Sorry, I said that like 4 times, but this is
Yo, Linear with the 20. Holy shit.
I hate drama streams. Me too, man.
Thank you, brother.
Bro, like, I could have come home. I could have worked on beatings and Clint's mega bonk scores.
Oh, to 20.
Now look what I have to do. So annoying. I had to cancel my plans. Which reminds me,
Thank you guys so much, Paul and Linear. Quick pop thing.
I don't think there's gonna be a Halloween stream this year. I don't think that's realistic with kind of the vibes of things right now. But I mean, is anyone gonna be mad at me if I do, like, you know, like a Halloween in November thing? Or, I mean, there's always next year, right?
Chat, y'all are saying, like, speed up or she's rambling,
yeah,
or she's,
I mean,
like, nervous. I feel like,
control.
I know my community sometimes is, like, a little on edge, but, man, sometimes you guys gotta actually realize that, like, some people, like, do things differently. Like, bro, she's talking about some real shit.
It's just crazy, but...
You guys can watch anyone if you want. You don't have to watch.
Thank you guys.
You don't have to watch me right now.
Listening to me talk and complain.
They're 9, they were 5.
Okay.
I'll go sub only for a minute.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So...
But there is a lot of subs who just got gifted.
The next thing... At the end of my last stream, I said that when I got home, I would be talking about some other things that I really...
Maybe the 5
really did not want to talk about. But I feel like those things, developing independently of their own from the TwitchCon incident, have gone to a point where I kind of feel like I have no choice. So... I've already seen a lot of people speculating about what I'm going to be talking about, and some people have been right, but even for the people who were right, they were only like 5 to 10% right. I don't think I've seen a single person online who knew or understood the severity of what I want to talk about today. And I want everyone to be aware that I've been handling the situation very seriously, and I've spent a lot of time thinking this over. And not only that, I've been in contact with a lawyer. I had them review everything that I'm planning to say today, because I wanted to make sure that if I was going to do this, I was going to do it right, because it's so serious. And I feel like it's going to change things forever. And so
I can't stop digging in my ear. I'm sorry, bro. It's ADHD.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about and telling everyone.
I mean, you guys gotta realize this is like real.
Sorry, I swear I'm not trying to like.
This is like real trauma.
Like I said, I really wish I were not feeling like I had to do this.
People don't see real trauma, and they think it's like some like stall. Like this is like what actual trauma looks like.
I'm gonna be doing a lot of I guess you could say like fourth wall breaking in a way, and talking about things that I thought would always be personal, and just, you know, I would just.
I'm just a real human.
Carry them myself.
Someone is hurt. Like, what do you?
What? Today, I'm finally gonna be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Ms. Kiff has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I've attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself, but like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done. And I have always believed in not condemning people or starting drama online. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking, why am I doing this and why now? And I would like to explain that before I get started so that people understand what prompted me to do this today, and that it's not just on a whim or something like that. Okay, so
I didn't even
like I said, I took a lot of notes, so forgive me if I'm just stupid. If I just end up reading off my notes. The first and probably most severe reason is that one of the rules that I set for myself a long time ago about withholding this information was that if I ever felt like somebody else was in danger or being hurt, I would then make myself speak about it. And 2 weeks ago, actually 3 weeks ago now, I was informed by 3 separate people, one of whom was present for said incident, that he had done something similar to something that he had done to me, and to someone in LA at the end of September. And this person is not a streamer or content creator, but obviously that does not matter. And because of this, I cannot in good conscience sit here knowing that I know critical information about someone that almost no one else does and not say anything. I think that most issues and dramas should stay private and off the internet. And
you're the 5 gifted Blazer.
I still hold that belief to this day, and I will hold that belief going forward. However, there are certain things that cross the line, and I say that the line has been crossed too many times to be count. There's a point where I believe that people deserve to know. I think that at a certain point, if you know a lot of things about someone and you don't say anything to look out for others, it's wrong. It's wrong to keep it to yourself. I don't want what happened to me or what has happened to other people because of him to happen to other people. And I don't believe he will ever stop behaving the way he does. But regardless, yeah, like I said, one of the main reasons I decided
yes, guys, she's
to do this stream
reading a script that she went with her lawyers, which she said she was going to do. Yes.
I can't hold on to it any longer because it feels wrong to do so. And an honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with.
Oh, Soulless, thank you for the 20.
They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did,
thank you, brother,
he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation. Whoa. I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused.
Thank you so much.
At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him. I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably going to come as quite a shock to him that this information made its way back to me and that I've known for months. But if you try to threaten me to stay quiet, especially using my poor dead animals, I'm not going to stay quiet. Okay. So now that I've explained all the reasons why this took so long and why I made the decision to do this stream, I have a few more things I would like to get out of the way before I start talking about all of this. The way that I'm going to do this today is I'm going to run through everything from the beginning to the end to try to get across the story as accurately and fully as I can. And, hold on.
I'm bleeding in my ear. What the
Hold on.
I gotta stop digging in my ear.
I'm also going to be showing a few screenshots validating what I'm saying. I have more things, but this is what I felt comfortable using today.
Maybe the 5 Soulless.
And I will be running through those later.
Maybe 25 total.
Another thing that I'd like to mention before I start is that during my statement, I'm going to be mentioning directly the names of about half a dozen other creators who were present for certain things. And I want to say that none of these people did anything wrong. I'm just saying that they were there, and I've asked all of them permission. They all said that it was fine to include their names, but I know this won't stop everyone, but I ask people, for the streamers that I mentioned, please don't go bothering them or asking them for more information. If there's something else that they want to say, they'll say it themselves, so there's no point to go pester them and bother them about it.
People sub only is kind of hard to be civil.
There are also streamers who gave me permission to share things that they relayed to me privately, but asked me to redact their names, which I, of course, did. And the last thing that I want to make clear is that not every person that I interact with or that I'm friends with knew the extent of all of these things. And in fact, most of them didn't. And some of them didn't even know anything at all. I tried to keep things private with my close friends, but if anyone during the past year ever approached me asking questions, I didn't lie and I told them the truth. But yeah, I don't want there to be some kind of witch hunt like, oh, you knew and this, no. A lot of people, didn't know everything or didn't know anything.
This is kind of insane if you really...
Okay. I think that's,
It's sub only, bro. It's just too many subs.
all that I have to get out of the way to start. So, this is public information. I initially moved in. Sorry. I'm still sick, like I said.
Just filter it outlaw by tier person with like 1 month sub. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you can tell. I don't really care. This chat, you can say whatever you want. I'm watching this whole thing.
This is so. All public, obviously this part. I moved in with him. I believe it was the end of 2021. Because he offered. I was living alone at the time, and I was having stalker issues in Kansas. And I mean, you guys know like all the stuff that happened there. I ended up joining the org and everything. We did a lot of streams together. And I mean, a lot of people already know this, but I'm just gonna come out and say it. We started dating. We were in a relationship starting January 2022.
So is that public or no?
After I joined OTK. I'm not planning to go into too much detail about the start of the relationship because
dude, it's actually kind of crazy.
It doesn't
I was
really matter at this point.
Join
It's
OTK.
irrelevant now.
Literally offered
the only
me.
things that really matter that you guys need to know for the story are that it was, one, an extremely private relationship. It was even hidden from friends and people in the org, but I mean, obviously people all eventually figured it out. They're not stupid. And second, it was an extremely codependent relationship, which it's not the issue, but that's just, you know, making that clear.
Seems like
for
it's
details.
had so much problems, bro. Yo, Thumb, thank me the 10
He initially
gifted.
portrayed himself
Holy
to me
shit.
as someone who was very nice to girls and wanted to help me feel safe from stalkers and wanted me to succeed as a teammate. And we grew very close over time, and I was very dependent on him for feelings of safety, social life, like my stream, my job, everything. So yeah, besides it being a very codependent relationship, the start of it was fine. I saw a lot of people mentioning this. They thought this was what I was going to talk about. It's not a secret. I think everyone who paid attention knew that he was very controlling over what I wore, to a degree, who I was friends with, and
so much
even when I would stream. So when it was definitely slow over time that bad things started happening. At the start, it would be things like, for example, he would throw.
I feel like there's been so many problems with OTK from like everything I've heard, bro.
He would throw bottles, like plastic
I'm
bottles,
curious
and
on
liquid
how
in it, like
like
glass bottles
it was so
at
successful
me,
for so long.
despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident. And I was like, oh yeah, it's an accident. Like, you know, of course I'm not gonna think that, you know, he's, yeah, I just, at the time, I just kind of was, you know, I just brushed it off. And looking back now, I feel like that was kind of the start of him testing my boundaries, if that makes sense. So that was already kind of starting to show signs within the first 6 months of me and him being close. And then, again, a very public situation. The end of 2022, the cover-up allegations happened. I mean, yeah, like I said, all that's public. You can find all that, see like what I said during that, everything. After that happened, his behavior started getting a lot worse, which, I mean, I suppose it makes sense. You know, he was very stressed. A lot of stuff was happening, but the bad behavior was ramping up, and I feel like it's so apparent if, like, you know, you go back and watch anything from that time. I tried so hard to help him and be there for him because I really believed in him, and I wanted him to, you know, get better and get back on his feet. And
it's crazy that people in chat can't listen.
Be the person that, you know, I always believed that he was.
Listening.
But that, unfortunately,
we're still gonna watch how much
really
responded to, like,
for a long time. I think about a year and a half from when that all happened. It was kind of like slow things getting worse. But I mean, honestly, I'm not even gonna bother going into the details of all of that because there's just too much to cover, and it's honestly kind of not really relevant to the rest of what I'm saying because the rest of what I want to say is a lot worse. There was a point where things really took a turn for the worst. Like, it felt like, you know, like a very delicate branch just kind of snapped.
Subathon chat is just something else.
So, and again, a lot of people are like vaguely aware of this, but I'll explain it for people who aren't, you know, chronically tapped into all that stuff. So for a long time after the like cover-up allegations happened and he was like starting to kind of struggle on his stream, he never wanted to stream at the same time as me.
I want to do a stream with you, Los, whether it's after the subathon or not, bro. Come on.
Really avoided it. And to me at the time it made sense.
Text me, bro.
I was like, well, of course, like, you know, we share a lot of community members. If we're live at separate times, we're both gonna perform better. You know, it makes sense. But yeah, we were never really live doing the same thing at the same time for a long time, with the exception of like things like events or sponsors or like, you know, just special things. For a very long time, and a lot of you guys probably noticed that I would only usually stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That was because of him.
What?
And now I stream whenever I want, but the first time that we ever streamed at the same time was for the 2024 Rust Kingdoms event on Twitch. We were sharing drops, so it was the first time.
So just so I'm clear, because I'm a little slow. In a very long time,
they
were in the same org and they were dating, and Mizkif was the owner of the org.
Like, what the f does that have to do with anything?
Or no?
But it'll make sense in a bit.
Yeah, bro.
So.
That just it sounds already. Yo, Addy, they were live, 5 gifted, man.
He's live. We're both streaming.
Wait, I want to listen to this.
Like I said, you can go find all of this. This is public. There are clips of this. We're both streaming the Rust event, and I thought it was going really well. I thought everyone was having fun. Too. I was like, oh, this is great. Everyone's, you know, doing the same thing at the same time. We're all hanging out. You know, we're gonna have fun. Like, I was really, really excited. And then I start seeing in my chat people start saying unofficial Miz raid, and I'm like, what does that mean? Huh? And then I check my Discord messages, and he's messaging me. He's saying like, Emmy, you know, I'm gonna kill myself. I waited. I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. Basically he was upset because I had higher viewership than him.
What?
That's literally it. I had higher viewership than him. And like I said, this is during an event. So there were drops.
What
like,
the
everyone
fuck?
knows when there's drops, like it's not even real, but yeah.
Yeah, when there's drops, for anyone who doesn't know, by the way, for like an item, it is real viewers. She didn't mean like that, but it's like people who are just straight up AFK for an item. Like they're literally not in chat, and it's literally just for an item. It's like, wait, this is what she's referring to? Well, I got sent 2. Which one is it, Outlaw? First one or second one? Or are they both the same?
Hey, it's the Rust server. Chat, I'm excited. We got some stuff. Dude, we're going to start talking to people again. We're going to hang out a little bit.
Got raw pork.
I'll take it.
Would you like some raw pork?
Yeah, I'll take raw pork. Hell yeah.
Enjoy.
So I thought, why not build a house up here?
22,500, 19,500.
I can pay rent in your house.
Okay, let's do it. Yep. Oh, wait, check this out. Well, come here.
Ooh.
Not bad, huh?
The house? Wait, our houses literally look exactly the same.
Yep. Whoa. Is this edited to make him look crazier than this, or is this actually real? Before I even react to this, like, what? There's no way this was in real time this much of a switch, right? Besides the music, obviously.
Hello?
Yeah.
Aren't happy happy over 20K viewers? What the f has the internet became, man?
I want to see Emmy. I can't believe you guys made separate houses.
The biggest sweats, you retard.
They will come after you guys.
They're the
wipe them out,
biggest
but we
sweats.
can stop them early.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it, dude. We'll join the resistance.
This music is frying me, I'm not gonna lie.
You're spelling it wrong? Yeah, my bad.
And he's just fishing.
No, I hardly slept last night. That's why I seem tired today. Because I'm honestly tired, chat. I'll be honest. I'm pretty tired.
Oh my god, the classic. I'm pretty tired.
Who's tired? Alright, chat. I'll see you guys later. I will see you guys probably tonight, if not tomorrow. I just need a nap. I'm zooted out of my mind.
What does unofficial Misraid mean?
Guys,
Oh, he did?
Listen, why are we all acting like we haven't murdered? Like we haven't pillaged? Like we haven't had to
I was in the server.
do what we had to do to make it here where we she had a one-hit advantage. She was coming after me. I had to attack back.
What the f is this?
What are you? Was that a test?
You said
Well, I have some cloth in my house.
4 minutes later.
Let me check my body real quick. Did anyone loot me?
Yeah. Go to the restroom real quick.
Wait,
I'll be
what?
right
there you go.
back.
That's him hitting the door? Are you guys... I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, she's trapped now.
Fine, look what I did.
Sick. Okay. Sick. Okay. I'm stuck in here. Okay.
You
Sick.
guys... I got... Wait, they lived... Okay, I'm sorry, because I'm not tuned in with this. They lived right next to each other like that quick?
I'm gonna make some steps.
Yes.
Hello, sorry.
20 minutes later. Longest bathroom break.
Like 20 minutes.
They lived in the same house?
Hello. Abaragi, thanks for the sub. But alright, yeah, I'm gonna log out for now, but I'll probably come back later.
Jeez.
And if not today then. He starts messaging me, he's really upset. I tried to tell him, I was like, bro, you should
Over viewership?
come back and play. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's like wondering where you are. But yeah, he ended his stream. And then I'm still live, you know, trying to act like nothing's wrong. And
No, that's
in
like
that
a...
house,
It's like a narcissism
I had a glass
problem.
door, so I could like see this was happening. He was walking behind me, making sure that I knew he was there. And by the way, so there were many ways out of that house if he wanted to leave the house that were closer to his stream room. He intentionally chose the door that was right by my room. I feel like that's pretty apparent, at least to me. He starts walking behind my stream.
I'm gonna pause this here for real quick, because this guy in chat made a great point. I'm a little confused. How does this make any sense? I'm just, like, was their relationship ever even real? How is your girlfriend at the time doing good in viewership, and you get upset over that? Wouldn't it be the opposite? Because their relationship is, more online anyway. Wouldn't that make you, like, I feel like it'd be the opposite.
And slamming the door.
Like, I would get, maybe I'd be mad. Like, I wouldn't even be mad, but maybe I'd be, like, upset if, like, my girlfriend was doing something if we weren't public like that. But, like, brother, what? This is your girlfriend. That's just, like, kind of jealousy, no? It's, like, an insecurity.
So loud that my noise gate can pick
If
it
I
up.
started,
so even people on
if
my
I
stream
was a
are able to
streamer
hear this
and I
is
was dating
happening.
another, like, streamer
And
who, like,
he
literally was a
slams
streamer,
it so hard and so many
I
times
feel like
that
it'd
the
be the
front
opposite,
door
man. That would be happy. Like,
literally
what?
broke. The lock did not work anymore. It didn't work for months, and it would just make this horrible sound that I would have to hear like every day. But anyway, so I hear him back there doing this, and I'm like, what the f is going on? So I tell my stream, I'm like, hey guys, I'll be right back. I get up and I go talk to him, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, Emmy, like, I hate all of you guys. Like, all you guys do is just take from me. and like I'm just done. Like I'm just done. And I was like, is this like really happening because of rush drops? And he was like, I don't know what else to do. He was like going off on me, like basically saying that he hated me. And I was like, well, I don't know what to do now. And he was like, go finish your stream so that people don't know anything's wrong. And I stop in the bathroom outside my stream room, and I'm like, you know,
I want to kill my
makeup, trying to make sure people can't tell that I was like crying. And I'm only in there for like 30 seconds, and he comes and like looms in the doorway. He's like, what are you doing?
He would have never survived
like, oh,
when I was at 300. Jesus.
Checking my makeup. So I go back and I stream for a couple hours, finish the stream, do my best to just like, you know, carry on the show basically. And yeah, after that, like I said, was when things started to get really bad. It was like something just snapped. For the rest of the week, he streamed the Rust event. He got all the drop viewers. I'm sure he was very happy. I mean, good for him. And during that time, I obviously was like thinking and processing a lot of what happened. But I mean, it was a lot because this person was at the time like kind of it was like my partner and my best friend and like the only person that like I really talked to ever.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked
or
up.
like at least off stream. So I mean, it was just it was a lot. But the very next stream, I went live about a week after that, and I announced that I was planning to move because I knew that I would have to move. So I was like, okay, I have to go live and say this so that, you know,
yeah,
kind of
focusing on view count never ends
right?
good.
Does that make sense?
Like, views fluctuate always, and if your main focus is viewership, you'll never be a successful streamer.
I
in fact,
didn't move out right away, but
very much opposite. Even if you're at high viewership,
all of that Rust stuff happened was when
some of my best streams
the
were
other
my lowest
domestic
viewership.
abuse stuff really started.
Not even low, just lower
He
than
would,
what I get.
Destroy furniture in front of me. He would throw things in front of me and near me.
Okay, that's fucked.
Destroy walls. Again, you can go see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom.
I'm not gonna lie,
Holes
like,
in the wall.
if you're in a relationship and you're punching shit, like,
there would be times where he was upset
that.
at me.
I can't.
And I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him. And he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour.
What?
And like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die. Like threatening to kill both of us.
Yo, what?
And this wasn't like even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh, yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
Oh, Mr. Beast, because you didn't invite Miskiff, he was about to kill himself with Emiru. Yo, you know how insane that sentence sounds? I'm not even kidding, bro. Like, this just sounds like Miz never, ever was happy with where he's at. He never, I understood what position he was in, and it sounds like, I don't want to confirm because nothing's like confirmed on my side because I don't know him like that, but it just sounds like he could never look at someone and be happy for another person if he's saying, oh, you got invited, but I didn't. That's what it sounds like. He could never be happy for another person.
Then at home, other things would happen. Like, I'd be trying to sleep and he would scream at me and say that it was all my fault, that he felt insecure. There was a time that, I walked into a room that he was in, and as soon as he saw me there, he threw his phone at the dresser and started yelling because I had posted a YouTube video within the same couple of days as him
What?
and mine was doing better.
Yo. This sounds like a real nut job, bro. Like if what is with this viewership? Is that like, do we like it's? I don't even know how to respond to this. Like, do people just view things as numbers nowadays? Connor, thank you for the 5 gifted, man.
Basically, I felt like,
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. If you care that much about numbers, then you're probably gonna view bot. I'm just keeping it a buck. If that's the case, if numbers bother you that much, you must be view botting in some degree. I've never, even at my lowest to low degrees, at 500 viewers, have ever thought to myself, "Oh my God, man! I'm looking at my friends doing good, and I'm upset at that, or my friends doing like."
I was kind of stuck in a loop where I felt like I had to constantly perform and like prove my value to not be thrown away. But at the same time, if I ever performed too well, I was gonna be punished for it.
This sounds just this nuts, bro. This sounds like nuts.
And it just felt.
And I haven't watched his VOD yet, but you guys are saying he admits to that? He admits to this before I watch his VOD? I mean, yeah, if he admits it, like, this is nuts, bro. This is nuts.
Like a very.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Boba, you're not allowed to stream because you get more views than me. Sorry.
Rough situation to be stuck in because, I mean, streaming is my hobby and my job. Like, it's a huge part of my life, even before,
like,
I met him and became, like, a larger creator. And I remember thinking all the time how it felt like he hated me, but he still wanted me around, for his channel and, like, his thumbnails and everything.
Oh my God, yeah, she just
and
got,
this
she
is
got
still
used.
before I moved out. There was a time where it was the tension in the house was so unbearable that I would sneak out and I would sneak into Esfan's house using my code. And Esfan didn't know why I was doing this. He saw me a couple times. I'd be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go take a nap in your guest room." He'd be like, "Yeah, that's fine." I would sneak into Esfan's house just to have some time of like peace and quiet. But eventually, he figured out where I was going, and he would go over to Esfan's house to keep telling me off. And there was a time that he did it, and I was laying in the guest room bed, and one of the roommates in that house had come to see like why I was crying, and they were standing in the corner, and he came in and he was very physically aggressive. He was like, "Emmy, like, what are you doing?" Like, angry. And then as soon as he turned and saw this other person standing there, he instantly like deflated and changed his tone. He was like, "Oh, Emmy, I was wondering where you were. Like, are you coming home?" And that roommate like later asked me about it, and they were like, "What the f was that? Like, are you okay?" And I was just like, "Oh, it's nothing," because
Jesus Christ.
I felt like
I don't know how hard it is to be
a lot of the
normal,
reason
bro.
that I didn't
like,
tell the
don't
people
get-
around me
there's so
was
much
because
weird
I
shit
felt
that we don't know
like
about these people. Like
no one
people-
would understand, or even if they understood, it would just be a burden to them because all of our streams and social circles and communities are so intertwined. I was like, maybe it's just better for me to deal with this and like hope things get better, basically. I honestly don't even remember what the final straw was that I finally was like, okay, it's time to go. Like, I prepared the house that I lived in before this one, like, pretty much immediately after the, like, breaking the front door thing happened, but I...
Keep in mind, this is all over him at 20K viewers and she's at 24,000, 25,000. Do you not understand how, like, yo, this doesn't even sound real. Like, because it is real. I mean, he literally admitted to it. You guys are saying, but I'm just saying, like, I'm saying it doesn't sound real in the sense, like, how can you be mad over 20,000 viewers? I still don't get this. That's why I'm stuck on this part. How can you be mad at 20,000 viewers of a die-hard viewers who are fans of you, who support you, and then you see your girlfriend who you support and who supports you have 5,000 more, which in the grand scheme of things, 20,000 to 25,000, like, I mean, right? Like, it's like what? Like, that just sounds crazy.
I was still, like, scared and unsure. So I don't remember what the final straw was, but
XQC said 90% of streamers are this way. No, it's 100% true. 90% of the streamers on this platform care about viewers too much. That's why streaming, in my opinion, went to because they care about it way too much, bro. I'm telling you. There probably is. There's very secret people. You're one of them. Brother, if I was one of them, I would have quit when I was at 500 viewers. I was so happy that, like, all my friends did good. I mention that all the time. And I'm not just saying that just to say that, because it doesn't affect me. When you go, I'll tell you something right now. This mostly happens to people who go super, 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 super up, like peak, right? And then they fall down quickly. It's very easy to get caught up with those numbers because you're defined by those numbers, right? People are like, oh, you're not good because you don't have this many numbers. There's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of people who won't admit that. Right? I admitted when I was at this. I've openly admitted this in podcasts that I used to have an ego. I used to be like, I have viewership, blah, blah. And then I realized it's not about that. It doesn't matter about that. Who gives a f about that? It's about making content. And that's when I fell in love with streaming again, because I realized it doesn't matter about that. Again, you look at some of my best streams, it's when I was at my most low numbers. And by most low, it isn't even low. It's just relatively low to what I get. I'm telling you, the viewers... It's the viewers too. The viewers care so much about numbers. It's kind of insane.
I remember.
Yeah, look at my 1 second subathon, y'all.
For the day I took Cheddar to the house, because he just randomly started, like, screaming at Cheddar.
Is this a real chat message, or is this Ron? You and Miz are literally the same. First of all, do not say that. Y'all are literally both narcissistic that love attention, and you get mad when Lay says Jason make people or chat laugh, and you're super with your girl. It has to be a rage bait, right? I'm getting trolled, right? I have to. 3 months sub. I have to, right? How am I narcissistic when Lay's is literally the first sub I ever got, and he's now employed? He's a sub of me, one of my first subs, and he's employed now by me. I literally employed a sub, number one. And number two, Jason makes people laugh. Jason doesn't even make people laugh. People just laugh at his face. What are you talking about?
It was like, get that cat out of my house. So I just grabbed Cheddar and put him in my car and grabbed his litter box and took him there. And I just left him there and never took him back to that house. And then I think, like, within several days after that was when I finally moved out. It was on very short notice. Like I said, I don't even remember what the final straw was because so many things happened, but there was a time when I just knew. I called some movers. I said, hey, can you come tomorrow? And they were like, yeah, and then I literally moved the next day. Moving out into the last house that I lived in was a huge step mentally because, like I said, a big part of why I moved into the first house in Texas in the first place was because I felt like it was the safest option for me because, you know, I am a girl where it's like kind of scary for me to be living alone.
That's true.
So it was very hard, and at the time, even though like all these other things had already happened, I was very hopeful that me and him could be cordial and like eventually like things would be fine, at least publicly.
So that's a mature route, being neutral.
That, you know, even everyone can just keep streaming.
Even if you ever have a problem with someone, like, see, what she said is true. It's like you should always just try to be cordial, but obviously it didn't work here because one side didn't want to do that, it seems like.
Like nothing had happened. And,
I'll watch Mrs. response after this.
At the time, I thought that would be the best thing to do, and I felt like if I, you know, separated myself from him without explaining anything, people that watched us wouldn't understand and would attack me. I was yeah, I mean, it ended up happening anyway. So, but Yeah. After I moved out, we, like I said, still kept in contact. I had hope that somehow things would get better. He would always beg for me to come back, and he would promise therapy and change and, like, even talk to other people and, like, kind of present, like, oh, I want to change. I want to be better for Emmy or whatever.
People who want to change will make the change. They won't say things.
There was a short period
That's a real
in
thing, by the way.
October
If someone wants to change, and this goes for anyone in the
had
chat,
broken up
if you have a
because-
girlfriend, if you have a boyfriend, the words I'll change, blah blah blah, that doesn't ever mean anything unless someone actually goes through it. Because it's very easy to say I'm gonna do something, right? It's when you actually do it. So it's like if you want to change, you're gonna change. You're not just gonna. You probably wouldn't even say it. You would probably just show it.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter now. And when that happened, I honestly felt relieved because I was like, okay, finally, it's like on his terms. So that means he'll be satisfied and he'll be able to say it was his choice, and he'll leave me alone. Because whenever I would try to push for it, it just felt like I couldn't like really sever it, if that makes sense. But I mean, obviously, hence me doing this stream, that was not the end of it. A week after this breakup, he asked to come over to my house.
Why are you
and
talking about my
for,
hairline right
closure.
now, bro?
He came to my house, and I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high, because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him.
This part's crazy. What are you talking about?
He, so yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, "I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go." And he immediately left my house while I was still crying.
So, okay, so they're not dating at the time. Your ex is crying in your arms, telling you something's wrong. You put your hand in her pants while holding her. What am I even, yo? And you don't wait, like.
Without checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time, I was still making excuses for him, and I was still afraid of causing trouble for other streamers around us, or like, you know, making things weird for viewers. I know that probably sounds crazy.
See, that's how I know this is like, no, this is fucked, man.
Crazy, but like I just felt this pressure, like I had
like
to.
That's what she's worried about. That's how you know
try
she's in
to
the wrong
keep things
headspace.
together,
You see?
if that makes sense.
She's in the wrong headspace. If that's what you're like.
Yeah, I felt like I'd caused trouble for so many other people if I ever said anything bad about him, or if I caused rifts in our friend group or streamer group.
See, like that shouldn't be a worry.
I tried to stay on good terms with him and hold everything in, and also I still cared about him a lot, and I still at that point had hope that things would get better, and that, you know, he would improve. And he'd also always hammer into me how he never physically abused me because he never hit me, and he would coach me and tell me to tell people or other streamers who were asking about it because they were concerned. He would say, tell them that I never hit you. Make sure that they know that I never hit you. Around the same time, this was during OnlyFans 2, so I guess like December-ish. He would often message me in the middle of my streams and berate me for things like playing the same class as him in WoW because he thought it would make people think that I was better than him.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is, oh my fucking god. Yo, son. Okay, this is the definition of an insane person, bro. I'm not like something's not right. Yo, so she's playing. It sounds like he is a viewer in a sense. Like he's a weird, like, bro. Yo. She's playing the same class as you in World of Warcraft, which I have no clue anything about that game. And your thought is people are going to think, yo.
And again, like I said earlier, I felt like I was stuck in a constant loop where I had to perform well to not be thrown away. But if I performed too well, I was going to be punished. And,
what?
I actually wanted to show some of those messages.
This is equivalent of you getting mad at Boba for doing better in 2v2s. No, that's not equivalent. That's not equivalent, because I'm better than Boba. And she knows that. I'm better than Boba. Boba's not better than... Nope. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Because obviously a lot of these things, yeah, I'm not gonna fully read these out because I honestly just don't want to read them out, but I feel like I want to show them to like kind of show what I'm saying.
Okay, so she said she's not gonna read this. Emiru, okay, this is her. But how do I know it's not just, this is, it's October? No, it's November. November of last year. I'm still wanting to be DPS, but for dungeons I have to tank. Yeah, you really don't, like you don't. How can I not tank in dungeons? You straight up don't have to because you're a DPS. My group didn't have other words. Yeah, I know where this is going, and I'm not dealing with it. I asked for a boundary, and it's always crossed. You don't. What? How can I not tank as a war in dungeons because you aren't? Which is so true. You don't need to tank in dungeons. I'm just gonna get so much. Stop. Don't ever. Emmy is better. Emmy this. I can't have any. Yo. What?
And I am planning to probably post the VOD of this somewhere. So.
Emmy is better. Emmy this. I can't have anything. Emmy, you just take. I don't understand what you want me to do. Not tank. Just that simple. What the f does that even mean? You already play warrior when I told you we were going to get compared. Don't pull. I'm going to pull aggro because I'm a warrior. No, you're not. Another warrior. Yo, is this dead ass? Is this real?
You want to read this later? That's fine, I guess.
I didn't have another warrior in any of my groups today, and no other girl with 27k couldn't find a warrior. You can every time. You just want to tank. I know what you're doing right now, and I'm not dealing with it. There were no warriors asking you to join, and what is bad for me to pull in dungeons? Because now I'm going to get compared nonstop, because now people are just going to say you are better. Because I told you this when we first told me you want to play warrior, and it's already happening, and you just don't care about this stuff ever. There are no boundaries with you. Yo, this is about a character on World of Warcraft. Am I just so I'm clear?
And again, this was all happening while I was live. You can literally go find the stream and see me.
Don't dude me. I asked for one thing with you. Don't be a tank, and now you're tanking. What can I do? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Don't tank. Yep, there it is. I'm playing the game. Tank, Emmy, do it. Let me handle all the hate.
Trying to deal with this.
I'm sorry. I just so I'm clear. Okay, whoever has this VOD, whoever is the deep diver. Did anybody get hate for her playing tank? I'm so confused. Did anyone get compared? I feel like this is just something in his imagination. Like, I feel like this is just literally something in his imagination.
While I'm live in the middle of a dungeon, trying to just play the game.
Tank, Emmy, do it. Let me handle all the hate, the criticism. You're worse than Emmys. The Emmy is so much better. The people saying you're better in every chat. Yo, okay, so this is what he focuses on, bro. Okay, so if you're telling me he compares viewership, etc., it sounds like he is a very parasocial chat reader, meaning if he gets one guy to that. So if someone says one thing, he'll actually take it to heart and he'll run with it. Because what are we even talking about? She's playing a character in World of Warcraft. So if that's the case, then whenever she gets on this game, she's no longer allowed to play any tank. I don't even know what a tank is. I'm guessing it's just like a heavier character. So for the rest of her career, she can't play a tank because of the fact that you're gonna get compared to her. I asked you not to become a tank and you didn't listen. And now it's the classic, what was I supposed to do? I'm not dealing with this. Comma, 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 comma. You know what this is? This is like when you don't want someone to read your Discord messages in case it leaks. That's how I know there's some weird shit going on here. Because I used to do that with my racist message. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I think I...
Let's see here. What am I supposed to do? Don't tell you. There it is. The game. Don't tell you. Let me handle all the hate. Yeah. Wow, dungeons have one tank and 3 dudes and 1 healer raids. Boba, warrior is a good. Yeah, Boba. I don't know what's going on, Boba.
Tank, Emmy, do it. Let me handle all the hate, the criticism. You're worse than Emmys. The Emmy is so much better. The people saying you're better in every chat. The comparisons is nobody will ever be on my side. Let me deal with it. You have fun. I asked you not to become a tank. You didn't listen. And now it's the classic, what was I supposed to do? I'm not dealing with this. And like I said, you can go find the stream. But for context, I was playing Warrior in World of Warcraft in like a level 24 dungeon. It was like Silverpine. Like, it was just like, it wasn't even like...
Yo, y'all type Boba is better, I'm gonna crash, y'all.
It was like dog gameplay, I'm gonna be honest. Like, so, yeah. Yeah,
This is
yeah.
crazy. This is actually nuts. This is genuinely nuts.
If, yeah, like I said before, hold on. I was constantly trying so hard to compromise with him because I wanted to be cool and I wanted us to be able to coexist in the same streaming sphere. But I felt like I could never win, and he hated my whole existence, like ever since that one stream where I had like a little bit more viewers than him.
Which is nuts.
And he would say that it was my fault that his stream was dying because most of his viewers liked me, and whenever he hit on another girl, they would be confused or not take it seriously because they knew that me and him were together privately. And he said if he would be able to hit on other girls and convince them that it was real, he would get his career back. That was like, started within the last couple of weeks that we spoke to each other.
This is like really just like, I can't even believe what I'm
He started saying terrible things to me about other streamers in Austin. In particular, one specific streamer who, I know there's a lot of people that know he has beef with certain streamers. It was not one of those streamers. It was someone who, to this day, has been nothing but nice to him. He would say horrible things about this person, like about them in their stream, and it was just...
it was
very hard to listen to. And just in general, he would say horrible things about other streamers in Austin, like, I quote, "I hate everyone here. You are all useless to me. You're worthless to me because it does nothing for my stream anymore to collab with any of you."
Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'll be honest with you, I could have read that from, when I see Miskiff streams, it literally looks like, yeah, bro, this is like, I believe this, fully.
And
this part,
him saying that was the final straw for me. The day that he said that to me about other people was the first day that I ever, for the first time, started to ignore his calls and messages. And because of that, he even threatened to come to my house if I didn't answer.
Yeah, bro.
But I did end up calling him back, and I spoke to him, and I basically told him that I felt like I could finally see things for what they were. And he started panicking, and he was super apologetic, and he was saying he didn't want to lose me, which wasn't the first time that he like
tactics.
did something like that, and was like, you know, basically begging me not to leave. But that was definitely the most extreme time. And again, like I said, I always had the hope that things would be cordial, or that, you know, we could be fine with each other. So I agreed, and we agreed we were going to talk about all of that. We talked about it about a week later, and instead of apologizing for anything, he basically told me that he realized he needed to go to Japan and LA to get his viewership back up, and he was...
Yo, this is... Man, bro.
basically too young to focus on friendships and relationships. And, it was, I mean, despite everything, like I said, I still cared about him, so it was still hard. And I mean, it was like a mix of feelings, you know, like I was devastated, but I was also so relieved. But because of the past incidents during like other fights and times I would try to separate myself from him, past incidents during those times of him manipulating me into staying close with him and giving him more chances, sexually assaulting me, the abuse, and just him generally not being a very nice person. After that, I decided that the only solution and way for me to move forward, I made the hard decision, but I know now for sure the right one, was to finally completely cut contact with him. I knew it'd be very hard because our careers and our communities were so intertwined, but I knew that I had to do it and that there was no other choice. So I have not spoken to him since January of this year.
God.
It's been 10 months.
10 months.
But you think that's the end? It is unfortunately not.
There's more?
I haven't spoken to him since January of this year. It only took a couple of weeks, but soon the messages started. He has attempted to contact me over 40 times individually this year in individual texts, Discord messages, Instagram DMs, and phone calls. And I'm just gonna show those.
Who's Matt? Is that his name? I didn't even know that.
And at first,
Hey, just to make sure you don't have recordings of me. Oh, yeah, this is nuts. Okay. First sentence is just straight up. Okay. Hey, just want to make sure you don't have recordings of me, right? Question mark. I'm getting harassed that you do. I'm assuming it's... Okay, he's in panic mode right now. I'm not gonna lie. Do you know why I'm removed from everything? Why I'm kicked from OTK? Nobody's answering my calls, and I don't want to bother you, but I'm panicking. I don't understand what's happening. Could we please communicate so I don't feel isolated and hated by my own work? I just want to be okay with each other.
At first it starts simple. Be confusing messages, or like him expressing he was worried about things.
Should I read it now, or does she zoom in? Can we please hi, just to make sure. Wait, can we please communicate so I don't feel isolated at him or my work? I came home and feel terrible. It feels so odd that I cannot talk to you or anyone that doesn't know what's happening. Can you please respond? I understand we'll just leave you alone, but I really would appreciate if we could talk. I won't text you again after this. I really want to talk if possible.
Like, at first it wasn't anything weird.
Oh, man. I know you don't want to hear from me. I really want to talk if possible. I know you don't want to hear from me, but can can't just not message me. I still care about you. If you need to talk, I'm here. I'm sorry shit like this happened. I'll be up all night if you need to talk. Can we please talk? Emmy, I'm so sorry for what I said. Can we talk tomorrow? Holy shit, man. Hey, I found out you weren't invited to the party. I know you wouldn't want to go, but I didn't do invites. You were invited, of course, and I hope you're doing okay, and one day we could talk. Emmy, can we please talk? I really need to tell you things. I'm so sorry about the past few months. I'm so sorry so much has happened. I need this time to be alone. I really love you so much. I just needed to know what being alone. I learned I need you. Oh, man. I don't want to be without you. I regret so much that I hurt you and I left you and I needed. Oh, man. Eesh. I really need to tell you things. I'm so sorry for the past few months. I'm so sorry that so much has happened. I need this time to be alone, but I really love you so much. I just need to know what being alone and I learned I need you. I don't want to be without you. I regret so much that I hurt you and left, but I know I needed it. Please call me. I haven't stopped thinking about you in months. I know what I want, and it's you and only you. I've been nothing but miserable without you. I love you, Emmy, and if you take me back, I want us to be a real relationship. I want us to go on dates, to live together, to plan our lives. I want so much with you. Please just hear me out. I wrote out a lot how I feel. I've been writing so much and learned so much about myself. Just please, if you can hear me out, I love you so much, Emmy. I've been crying every night without you. I'm so sorry I've done any of this. I've been so depressed without you. Just please call me. I'll be up. I'll do anything for you. I'll come home from Japan right now for you. Can you answer me, Emmy? Just at least tell me you moved on. At least tell you she moved on. Do you not see the no response? Brother, at least tell me you moved on. Hey, would you be willing to talk? Hey, I know it's been a while. I just want to say I'm going back to Austin next week. I think that you and I should at least be able to talk and communicate with each other. I'm going to be also doing a lot of collabs, and I know you've been doing a lot of collabs lately, and I feel like we should be, I can't see that word, amicable with each other. So it's not weird because we're both now doing a lot of collabs, and I feel like it would be really weird considering we're both also in the same, or that we're just not talking to each other at all and have zero communication. I want to come back and for us to be at least.
This is not someone who loves or cares about you.
Really weird considering we're both also in the same, or that we're just not talking to each other at all and have zero communication. I want to come back and for us to at least be okay. I don't want need to talk to you about any. Yeah, he's just. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, I can't say that word. I don't want not need to talk about you anything in terms of relationship. I just want to talk to you in terms of business and also just overall collaborations. So I think we should have a conversation. If you call me sometime this week, I think it would be great. Hope you're doing well. If we can't communicate and we're going to continue not to talk, this is only going to get weirder and weirder as we're both invited to the same thing constantly and we're both involved in Austin activities. It's best for both of us. Can you please answer my phone on Discord? He said. So now he's going to Discord. I'm sorry. Not a day has gone by in these last 4 months where your final words to me, don't go, haven't echoed in my heart. Don't go have echoed in my heart. I walked out the door thinking I knew what I wanted, but I was wrong. I told myself I needed to be alone, that I had missed out on being single in my 30s. I convinced myself I needed space, freedom, distance. But the truth is, I was afraid. Afraid of commitment, afraid of what it meant to be truly let someone in, even someone as beautiful and kind as you. So I tried to protect myself in the worst way possible. I pushed you away. I told myself lies to justify it. I said I was bored. I said a relationship would hold me back. I said I didn't want to be with just one person, but those weren't truths. They were shields I put to avoid facing my fears and the part. And in doing that, I lost you. Yo. This ain't even ChatGPT, bro. This is just. This is like when you lose someone you love. Like this is like when you realize, oh, I f***ed up, man. It is ChatGPT. Is this actually? Is this confirmed ChatGPT? Are you serious? Are you? The last 4 months have been the hardest of my life. Whatever people say, see the outside, online, whatever else. No, I've been lost without you. I've missed every single day. I've cried more times than I can count just thinking about your smile, your laugh, the way you'd say merp or make those little sounds when you were happy. I even had to unfollow you at one point, not because I wanted to forget you, but because seeing you reminded me so painfully how badly I messed up. I love you, Emmy. I always have, and I know now I never stopped. I know our time together was so far from perfect. My mental health weighed heavily on us both, and I'm so sorry for what I put you through. You carry more than ever you should have, but I'm working on myself now, really working. I've started treatment. I'm on Lexapro and What is that? What is that? What is that? Antidepressants? I'm not gonna lie, bro. No. Yeah. That's not a solution to your problems, buddy. That is not a solution. I'm sorry. That's not the way to go. But I'm working myself now. I'm really working. I've started treatment. That's not, brother. That's like the last solution you do. If that, I don't know. I could never condemn that. I can't. I feel clarity. My emotions aren't running wild anymore. I think more clearly. I feel steadier. I'm learning to be the man you always believed I could be. I'm going in a straitjacket before I ever take antidepressants, bro. I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't know what doctors be putting in that. Fucking, it doesn't even sound like a real thing. I'm sorry, man. Like, and now that I can think sincerely, I know without a shadow of doubt, you are truly the love of my life. Every night we spent together watching shows, every silly conversation about cheddar, every time I walked into your room as you were about to go live, I cherished it all. You brought color and joy into my life in ways I didn't fully appreciate until I lost you, and I hate that I let fear and pain and pride blind me to how lucky I was to hate you. I mean, if you still have any space in your heart for me, I would love to spend the rest of my life making things right, loving you the way you always deserve to be. This time fully. I'm leaving for LA, but I know I would make it work for you, even if we could start small. It's always been Matt and Emmy, and it still could be if you'll have let me. Matt. Not gonna lie, you thought he cooked with this like when he wrote all this shit? Can we talk, please? While you're here, a simple conversation will go very far, brother. A lack of communication is very confusing. Holy shit. Can we please talk while you're here? A simple conversation will go over the lack of communication. Yeah, we just read that. Can we please talk while you're here? Okay, she showed that one. She clicked the same one. Oh, no, never mind. She's opening it.
And keep in mind, this is only things that he sent to me. I can't document all the things that people told me that he was saying. And, it's just kind of a funny side note, I guess. I would like to highlight this message. Because, doesn't really matter, but I ran it through a ChatGPT checker. And, all the highlights, like I said, doesn't really matter. I just thought it was interesting. But,
Yo, son, I gotta see his ChatGPT history.
yeah.
How to get the love of my life back.
Like I said at first,
Yo.
the messages were just simple things. Like, him saying he was worried about things or saying no one was talking to him.
This motherfucker's Googling how to get the love of my life
I don't
back.
think was even true at the time.
I'm ChatGPTing how much money do I need to make a month to afford a fucking down payment on SVJ, man. This shit, like, what are people using ChatGPT for nowadays, man?
I think he was just saying that to try to guilt me into responding to him. I'm not sure about that, of course. This also extended to in-person interactions because initially I made the mistake of thinking that I only had to cut him off through private communication and, you know, we would be fine going to the same events and parties and such. I also had to start... Hold on, I'm still sick. I made the mistake of thinking that I only had to cut him off through personal, private communication, but I also had to start avoiding going to the same parties or places I was worried he'd be in person. Because this was after he came back from his first trip to Japan. There was a party that I attended several months after I first had no contact with him. I was aware that he would be there, and I thought it'd be fine. I thought it wouldn't be a big deal. I thought I'll just...
Are you stupid, bro?
Let him have his space. I'll have my space. You know, it's not a big deal. We're adults, right? During this party, I felt like he was following me around and monitoring me, but I thought that I was just being paranoid. I was like, it's probably just in your head. I was hanging out with Nick and Catchy and a couple other friends. And at some point, Nick was like, it's too loud down here, let's go upstairs. No one's upstairs. Let's just go, you know, chill in a room and like talk where it's not so loud. And I was like, okay. So they as a group went upstairs first without me, but it took me a bit longer to...
Does she have a restraining order?
Get up there because someone like stopped me and was talking to me, and I did feel like, I mean, he was like standing pretty close to that person. I felt like he was watching me, but again, I thought I was just being paranoid. But I went upstairs. I was hanging out with Nick and Catchy and, you know, our other friends, and then about 30 minutes later.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. A lot of people in this chat are pretty oblivious, saying like, why don't you tell the police? Why you tell the internet? She could tell the police and still talk about this publicly. This is her work environment. She's not just gonna disappear, and then she's also gonna bring notice to something that's happening. As well as, do you guys think it's that easy to get a restraining order? By the way, that's actually that's a hard thing to get. By the way, I don't know if you know that. That's a hard thing to get.
The room that we're in, the
and
door.
They also don't really do. By the way,
opens. It's Miz. He opens the door, makes eye contact with me, goes, ooh, and then closes the door and leaves. And I was like, what the f? But again, I was still trying my best to, you know, give the benefit of the doubt, like, you know, maybe it's just like an awkward situation or something. But a couple months later, the person that he was hanging out with that night reached out to me privately and was apologizing. And I was like, why? And they're like, I just felt like I had to apologize to you because I felt so bad and so embarrassed of what was going on. Like, yes, he wanted to see what you were doing. He was saying, like, I want to go see what's upstairs, and he was checking every room. And then after he opened the room that you were in with Nick, he closed the door and started laughing. And then
there's
he
something
just wanted
weird
to talk
going
about,
on internally
you know,
with this Pogger side, man. There's always something so interesting, bro. Like, what is going on?
I was like, wow, okay,
like, I'm starting
that's good to know, I guess.
Like, they hate the WL community because we're
the next story,
most of the part normal.
That I want to tell involves...
What am I, like...
What happened to me, Valkyrie, and Cinna earlier this year when we were attacked at the Santa Monica Pier. Because, that was obviously... Hold on, let me close all these texts. I don't want to look at them. They're still on my desktop.
Oh, where? What are y'all saying?
Where was I? Yeah, so, yeah, it happened March 3rd of this year. A lot of people were talking about it, talking about how me, Ray, and Cinna were attacked. Which was not an issue. Like, we had no issue with that. Like, obviously, it's big news. People are going to talk about it. It should be talked about. We had, like, no issues with anyone talking about it and covering it, and that included him. I was fine with that. He joined in on that whole thing of people going live to talk about it. And again, I'd like to remind people at this point, we were already a couple months into me being no contact with him, making it clear I didn't want anything to do with him. And so during this stream, he was covering what happened to me, Ray, and Cinna. He decided that he was going to tell more of my personal stalker stories that I've never personally talked about or shared publicly myself. And one of these stories was one that, like, no one knew at all, and, like, it just felt so, because at the time that those things happened, like, you know, all the people that lived in that area together, we all came
Pause it for a second.
together, and we all kind of decided, and this was heavily pushed by him, we should never talk about this.
Don't talk about my teammate
because,
like that, bro.
You know, people are gonna be weird. It puts Emmy in more danger.
Mr. Savage, bro, get a teammate, bro. I'm gonna see you soon. Not bad. We got something to prove now.
You know, it gives people ideas.
Damn, we got content then after this. We have a Fortnite tournament at 5. So what is that, 3 hours?
So we're never gonna talk about it. But, you know, of course, as soon as there's some big drama that he's not involved in, and he finds a way to, you know, bring up, oh, I was there for something that happened to Emmy, he does it. He was on a stream talking about these personal stories of mine, and I caught wind of it. And by the way, it was also so frustrating not saying anything at this time, because the way he told those stories, he kind of framed himself as, like,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he
hero.
genuinely is the
He's
real
like,
life.
oh,
How do I make this?
I held the stalker at gunpoint.
This Twitch about me.
No. The only person who ever came into contact face-to-face with that stalker before the police came was Bonnie. Bonnie is the person who found that guy outside, went inside, told everyone, called the police. The police came. All Miz did was he stood far away from the front door, behind glass and metal, with a gun. Yeah, I mean, I understand. Still very scary, but why are you acting like if anyone deserves credit for that, it's Bonnie. Like, it's literally stolen valor. I'm so glad I finally get to say that, because she is the one who, like, kept everyone in those 2 houses safe.
Love you, Bonnie.
Not him. Anyway, back to the original thing, the Rams and stuff. So, I was obviously panicking. Like, I just had this horrible thing happened to me the night before. It was, like, huge, like, public, millions of people seeing it. And then my crazy ex-boyfriend is going live talking about more of my personal stuff. And I'm, like, crying, and Cinna and Ray are like, what's wrong?
Yeah,
and
that's nuts, bro. Like,
and I'm, like, panicking. I'm like, I need to call so-and-so, I need to call so-and-so, I need to call so-and-so. Like, these different people that I was like, they can contact him, because I did not want to contact him. So, Ray, Cinna, some of me and...
The drag of this is insane. I think you're just kind of stupid. You know, I'm not even going to time you out, but, like, I'm just being honest with you. I think you're kind of stupid. This is someone literally, like, explaining something. Because if this was 5 minutes, then you guys are going to say it's a joke. If it was 30 minutes, you guys are going to say, oh, this is just whatever, bro. Like, I don't understand. This is, like...
Mrs.
Like, the internet is just never going to be happy.
Mutual business
If it doesn't
partners,
even... No, I'm not even going to ban
and
him. It's just, like,
Asmongold.
brother, if you think it's dragging it, why are you here? You don't have to watch
We're
it. I'm just
all,
being honest. Like, it's
messaging
not...
him to stop.
It's just, like...
By the way, Asmongold
You
told
don't
me
have to watch it.
that he tried to call Miz while he was talking, and it rang 3 times and then hung up, which means that he saw it, and he just wanted to be able to keep talking, because, yeah, anyway, just a little note. I don't know exactly what, like, the other people said to him, but I Ray and Cinna told me that they were messaging him being like, bro, like, stop, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? And he was messaging them, who were also equally as traumatized as me, of course. They had gone through the same thing. Oh, what am I doing wrong? I'm letting people know what, you know, girls go through. Was that your job? Well, anyway, yeah, that all happened a couple of months into me being no contact with him. And yeah, he was arguing with Ray and Cinna.
There might be actual
while they're trying to be like, bro, like, stop, like, you're making it worse.
100K is just like...
He finished talking about my stuff and then reacted to Cinna and Ray's whole stream where they were crying, addressing their communities. Made sure to react to that and then immediately went offline. So yeah, that was a terrible weekend. I got threatened to be stabbed, and then the next day, my weird ex was going live trying to self-insert so that he could make sure to farm his own clips. After that incident, his attempts to talk to me only ramped up, which I showed those texts.
Wait,
He
what?
went back to Japan, and during that trip, he was texting and calling me,
what the
trying to call me quite a lot, begging me to take him back. And at the same time, I heard that he was reaching out to quite a few other streamers who know both of us. And he was crying to them about how he wanted to get back together and how he thought someday we would reconnect and eventually get married. I don't think he even meant that, but I hope not. But I assume he did that with the hope that they would relay the messages back to me since I wasn't talking to him. And I mean, some of them did. I also had a couple other streamers report to me that he would obsessively watch my stream and not in a like, oh, I wonder what Emmy's doing right now way, or like having my stream open. Like, he would be obsessively and attentively hate watching my stream. Like,
yeah, I mean, it sounds like a narcissist, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, it sounds like a nut job.
I've been live this year.
I mean, it sounded fucking crazy.
They tell me that
when you're at 20,000 viewers, sad that your girlfriend has 25,000 viewers. I'm not gonna lie,
I still wanted him. Interesting, considering I never replied. And he would ask other guys if they thought I had slept with anyone this year. They'd be like, I don't know, man. And then they told me he would say stuff like, no, there's no way she's done that. She's not like that. And she's probably waiting for me. Just really gross stuff like that. And a couple of streamers in LA also told me that he was telling people that me and him still talk all the time,
right now, sorry.
but we simply weren't together anymore because I was too mature and I was not ready. I was too immature. But yeah, you can see from the messages I showed. I'm not sure if people can go back and read them. He was begging me to take him back for the majority of this year, which was 7 or 8 months ago.
He sounds like he's the stalker. Am I tripping?
Like I said, some of those messages were even, I believe, ChatGPT. Not that it really matters. It's just interesting, right? As of today, it's been about 2 months since he has attempted to contact me directly. I think because about 2 months ago is when he started kind of getting scared that I might have been telling people things, which again, I wasn't going on my way to do it, but if anyone ever asked me, I wasn't gonna lie to them. I mentioned this at the beginning before I started fully telling the story. I heard from my friends, other streamers, and my employees that he had cooked up a plot that if I ever tried to talk about him, about the abuse or anything else, he would try to go live and say that I killed my rabbits. And I was told that he approached several streamers who were around us a lot when we lived together and asked if they would basically back him up, and they refused. Obviously, they're not insane.
Did he do that?
even something happened this weekend at TwitchCon. One of my employees told me he went up to them and he threatened them, saying, if Emmy ever tries to talk about me, I will destroy her.
Jesus, villain.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, what the fuck does that even mean?
And within the same night, he also texted one of my best friends, and he would have known that I would have been with this girl. He texted her saying,
he's a
hey,
villain.
worried about her, hope she's okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I that might have been my last TwitchCon too. Like TwitchCon is just, there. I don't know, just bringing it up right now, like, bro, that was just, I don't know, man.
You know, right after he just said to my employee and other people that he was gonna try to destroy my life. Yeah, all in the same night. And, yeah, that was Saturday, so that pretty much leads us to today. Feel like it's clear I've spent the last year of my life cutting him off and building a new life with people that actually care about me and doing my best to move on peacefully without causing any drama. I did not want to do this. A lot of other creators actually told me that after his other allegations in 2022, if I wasn't the first person to stand up for him and start appearing on his channel again, they do not think that they would have gone back to helping him with his content.
Maya?
So
I didn't even know until this year that they dated Maya.
Always tried to keep things private.
Like, it's kind of actually crazy how out of the loop I am.
Had hope that things would get better. You know, tried to be supportive, and my thanks that I got for all of that was abuse and resentment. And for all of 2025, all of this year, harassment and hatred from him and his community.
There's more drama coming out? What do you mean?
While he was, the whole time, secretly begging for me to take him back behind the scenes. I've taken a lot of steps already. As I said, it's apparent. I've taken a lot of steps to restructure my life and be a lot more careful about who I help and who I invest my time and my care into.
What's going on, man?
And I'm doing a lot better now, but I felt like this was a necessary strain because, like I said at the very beginning, I have heard that he has done things to other people that aligned with some of my own experiences, so I felt like it would be wrong for me to keep holding on to all this information. I know I stayed for way too long, and I thought that I could help, and I unfortunately learned that I couldn't, but I worked really hard to have the life that I have now with my friends, my family, my pets, and my community, and I'm so grateful for how things are now. It was very difficult, but I'm very proud of myself for making the choices that I did to end up where I am now. And, yeah, that's my story of, dealing with abuse, psychological and domestic abuse, sexual assault, and, stalking, and being threatened on if, you know, I ever talked about it.
I'm not gonna lie, it's actually crazy that she has to, like, feel bad about expressing something like this, like, and even her being worried that, her worries, like, it's actually so, like, you could just see that someone's getting manipulated so hard, like, I can't even believe the shit that I read. I cannot fathom. The biggest thing to me is how you see your girlfriend doing good on streams and you get mad at that. And then I cannot fathom how there's literally, you're playing World of Warcraft and you think that because she uses the same class as you, that people are going to compare. Yo, I'm sorry. Like, that's like nut job behavior. That's actually like, that's like actual like nut job. That's like a nut, bro. You're a nut. That's a nut.
As you guys know, I am in FaZe Clan. And as you guys know, I believe that we as a group have done incredible things all year. Absolutely all year, bro. But I have to say, no doubt in my mind, my MP brothers, bro. You already know what it is.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, whatever, bro. Alright, bro. Yeah, this guy's... Oh, nice. A terrorist has been unbanned. Twitch partner Nina Daddy is back, has been unbanned after 1 day, 20 hours, and 8 minutes. Wowzers. How? Like how? Yo, I'm not even kidding. I don't care if what Twitter comments say about me, because I've seen tweets of me saying that like I'm only coming out now, bro. Bro, how do you sexually assault someone who's on the spectrum and get away with I'm not even gonna talk about this, bro. Like this is like this is just nuts, man. This internet is getting. I go on desktop one time, man.
Dude, you know one of my favorite collabs was Emiru, bro.
Oh my god, Emiru was so cool.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Dude, everyone was like so cool.
Emiru, bro, I didn't think Emiru was gonna tap in with us. That's the thing. Because we were with Cinna and Bonnie, but it's just the thing that Emiru, when she popped up, I was like, dude, Emiru was like...
Like, I'm not gonna lie, everyone's been so cool so far, except for like...
I feel like there has to be like a cancer. Like, there has to be like a reason people like, you know what I'm saying? It's always gotta be that one person. But definitely, like, Emiru was definitely probably one of the best.
You think that phases me at all?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean? That like none of this like I don't think you understand. Bro, you can't hurt me. There's nothing you can do.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm not talking about anything.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie, Yugi, you gotta watch your back, bro. You got a hit on your head.
That's great, that's fine. Enjoy yourselves, brothers.
Whoa, bro,
are you okay?
Are you good?
Are you good? Yeah,
There had to been multiple slurs in his head, I ain't gonna lie. There had to be multiple slurs in his head right now.
I'm good. I just gotta go to the bathroom. Like, give me a minute.
Dude,
I'm fine.
It's okay.
I know it's okay.
Dude, wait, what's wrong?
Are we in therapy or something, bro?
Yeah, what did I say?
You said nothing. You said you did a collab. That's cool.
Yeah,
it's fine. I have no problem with that. I told you there's no issue.
You used to live with Emiru, and then all of a sudden you wanted to use Emiru to become bigger, and you couldn't.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, this is scary. Yo, Yugi, you're a demon, bro. I ain't gonna lie, this is scary, brother.
So then she broke up with you.
And everyone's been like having way more fun. And
oh my god. Yo, this is crazy foreshadowing, brother. I'm not even kidding. This actually, looking back at this, he probably was genuinely freaking out in his head.
What even are you spitting?
Dude, everyone used to always be in her room. Now she's like going IRL and having fun. And doing a lot of cooler stuff now.
It's a good thing she disconnected from you because
thank the Lord. Thank the Lord.
You would have brought down the vibes with Emiru, dude.
Yeah.
Facts.
Wait, Emiru's actually having so much more fun now.
Oh my god, he kept going.
She was grilling, doing all type of stuff.
You're grilling me right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Bro, dude, that's where I'm chopped.
We weren't even dating. Dumbass.
Well, of course, bro. Queen Emiru is not dating someone like you.
By the God. Hell no. Fuck no. God no. Jesus no.
Bro, he's not even looking at Arky. Yo.
Hell no.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, you gotta watch your back, bro. You dead ass gotta watch your back, bro. Dead serious. You gotta watch your back.
I want to say one thing. For Miss Kiff and Hassan, for all you guys saying my audience is too young to vote, listen, bro. My audience is young, yes. But a lot of these people could vote my chat. And Miss Kiff, you act like your audience is not full of a bunch of weirdos too. Didn't you get caught doing some crazy shit, bro? Hassan, I literally can't wait for your shit to leak. I just know you're a weirdo. Everyone's going to come back to this clip. It happened to Dr. Disrespect. It happened to Miss Kiff. It happens to all these guys, bro. All y'all are weird as me, when I do.
I'm telling you, bro, the Poggers community side has been pushing a narrative on this W and L side, whatever they want to call us, that we're the problem, that we're the weirdos. I'm telling you, bro.
Some weird shit.
There's stuff that's like...
Guess what? It comes out right away. You know who I am. I got nothing to hide, bro.
I said that's the exact sentence Angel said is the exact thing I just said. What are you going to find on me? Maybe I've said some racist shit in the past. I'm going to be honest with you. I have. That's it. I've never done anything weirder. Like, this is, like, some of the shit that I'm reading and I'm seeing is crazy. Here, what do you mean by that? Listen, bro, I was a Rust player, an H1Z1 player.
I'm not talking.
I'm not hiding anything.
Today.
Well, nobody asked you to, so.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Look at her face. She's so uninterested.
She said no.
Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags of Starbucks I got you over the past 2 days.
Oh my god.
Skip, that was
Throw
not
it back.
funny.
Throw it
Yeah,
back.
there better be. Oh my god, I would beat the shit out of him.
We're live.
What?
We're live, she says.
Anyway, there's something about being trapped in a car with an angry, aggro man that is like the absolute most helpless thing. Dude, I did a guy that would go like 100 miles an hour on the, like we would fight in the car, which was never my decision. Like it just always like happened. Like we just would like fight in the car and then he'd go like 100. And I would like literally like beg him to slow down. I'd be so scared and I'd cry, and then he would not slow down until I apologized.
Whoa.
So then I started driving only. Like I wouldn't let him drive me anywhere. But then if we'd get in a fight while I was driving, he would like pound my ceiling in my glove box.
Ooh,
He would like
that's scary.
scream and like hit the ceiling and like hit the glove box and just like scream profanity and scream like he would like just call me terrible things while he was doing it. And then I'd pull over and be like, get out of my car, and he'd be like, no. And then I was like, well, okay. Because what am I going to do?
Yeah, what are you
What am I going to do?
Jesus. What the fuck is this?
Sorry, I just opened up Kai Cenat's stream for a second. You get that?
I don't even know how he got away with. Like I remember I realized this.
Because he's
how do you even get away with this?
There are a bunch of hyenas. You get that?
Bunch of hyenas.
Get a chat? There are a bunch of...
Look at him, already panicking. He's panicking instantly before...
hyenas. There are a bunch of hyenas. You get the joke?
I have more viewers when I'm doing sponsors at my desktop.
You had 7,000 viewers when you were...
I don't have more viewers when I'm doing sponsors at my desktop.
You had 7,000 viewers when you were playing the crane game.
I had 14,000 this morning IRLing at the nonprofit.
Okay, I didn't need to hear that.
He gets upset when I succeed.
No, okay. I used... No. I used to get upset. I'm not kidding you, chat. I used to legitimately get pissed because I'm like, are you serious? I brought this into the world, and now all of a sudden she's growing faster than I was. Because I was going like this, and she was going like this. And I'm like, what the hell is this crap? What is going on here? It's the Babsity effect. So I was pissed. I'm like, you were such a pussy.
The fact that you can say that and feel like it's okay that you felt that way and just be like, yeah, I was like that is crazy. That's bad.
Is it bad?
Yes.
And guess what? I don't care anymore.
That's bad.
But I don't care anymore. And I stopped caring.
He's okay as long as I never have...
I'm not even kidding. Maya, I wish I was even a thing during that. I'm proud of you that you got out of this. Jesus Christ.
More viewers than him. If I ever surpassed him in viewership, which will never happen...
Oh, she'd be done. I'd pull the plug.
He could not take it. He could not.
I'd pull the plug.
Because Emiru too, like, yo, it's crazy. Like, when you get away, I'm telling you, Chad, it's when you surround yourself around certain type of people, you start feeling like that type of people, bro. You start feeling negative. You start doing that. Like, look how much like Maya has succeeded, and look how much Emiru has succeeded. Like, bro, it's like, all right, hold on. Now it's time to watch this side, and apparently this is a very heavily. I saw a couple clips about this, about plushies, and so it should be interesting.
Hello?
How Emmy should have responded when Miskiff was schizo texting.
Miskiff, stop texting my phone. You are blocked, ass nigga. Don't ever come at me like that ever a day in your life. I did way more for you than I was even supposed to, nigga. Period. Don't ever text my phone. You're blocked, nigga. Don't try to come at me. Let me talk to you on my tip. Don't ever try to text my phone. No. Fuck no. You're supposed to be sending good energy, nigga. I should have left when your ass got exposed. Don't hit my phone on some lame ass like that ever again. Well, you won't be able to. You're blocked. Don't do that. That's that weird. I don't like that. And I'll call you out on that in front of everybody since you won't text my phone while I'm streaming in front of everybody.
Stay safe.
Fuck you now. Now it's fuck you. You weird as Period. It's no drama. It's just weird energy because I left, and you know,
I'm not gonna
it's
lie,
like.
bro.
What is this? Links in bio. What is this? What did you just link me? Look at the dates. Emiru leaked Miskiff's DMs this issue stream where he's controlling and berates her for content. Holy.
This used to be my mod, and they gave me all this stuff and they said they could wrap my Corvette.
This goes deep, man. This is like a deep dive, man. This is for the poggers to react to, man.
Expose everything, bro. It's time to go full demon time. It's clearly obvious at this point. It's full demon time. Why not? It is time to go full demon time. Just letting you know. There is no holding back. Who cares anymore? I will expose everything about every person that you've ever known. And it is time to go full demon time.
Maybe the 5 AJ.
Yo.
Why not?
Don't tell me I've subbed this long for nothing.
Let's watch the world burn.
I'm getting exposed. Let's try to make this about other people.
Here, I'm taking out a
stage one.
There you go. What's up, chat? Let's watch the world burn. If people want to act like this, you know, I see some people saying some very obtuse things. We can watch the world burn. Obtuse, yes. There's some people that are saying some pretty crazy things that I was seeing. I haven't even gone on Twitter. I saw other things. And I'm like, but I've been around for 10 years now. A lot of you guys know. I am pretty far away from this stuff at this point, but I am totally okay with exposing a lot of things and saying things at this point. I think it's pretty obvious. I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely separate myself from these people in this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it. But I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone.
What the f is he on about, man? What the f are we even talking about?
I will be releasing it as time goes on, because why not?
So basically, my career is going downhill. It's over, man. I'm just going out with a bang. Hey.
Go crazy. Who cares? Who cares? But before that, I would like to address everything that was said today. Okay? Let's get some yos in chat first. Maybe some tryhards. It's perfectly fine. Go ahead. You're a disgusting piece of shit. Absolutely. Been that for years. It's pretty par for the course. What are we going to pretend that I'm not a piece of shit? We've all known this.
Yo, Souls with another
Calm
10
down.
gifted. Thank you.
Is this
Almost at
anything
8
new?
hours left, chat. Let's go. We're
I'm a piece of
surviving.
shit.
Thank you.
Why the fuck is Caroline Burton chat? That's probably the most crazy thing I've ever seen in my life. But I'm going to defend myself on a lot of things that were said about me. I am going to defend myself on what was said with Emmy. I see a lot of people saying other things.
It's kind of nice
really
being
upset
sub-only
me,
right
but
now. I'm
the
not gonna lie.
Emmy one
If I
is
took
a
off sub-only,
serious
it would
thing
be
that I
actually
want to
like.
take serious, and we will be discussing that. Okay.
Even though there is like people getting.
I wrote this
through.
myself, so I don't know if it's even good. I am not the best writer, as a lot of you know. I have a lot of half my screen right now is red because I can't write for shit. It's not through ChatGPT. Shut up. Not through ChatGPT. It's not through ChatGPT. Shut up. It's not, bro. Shut up. It's not through Chat. You really think in a serious situation like this, I put ChatGPT and I'm writing something out because it's like, oh, hold up. Like, bro, shut up. No. Yes, really. Really. No, it's Sora AI. I have an entire video made. What is wrong with you, chat? What is wrong with you? I wish I could show you how much red is in this to show you that each other is spaced. It's so stupid. I'm not a good writer, bro. I'm not a good writer. So, okay, let's get to this, shall we? No stalling. I'm taking out of sub-only mode. I don't really care. I know that there's a lot of people that want to speak, and they can. I have no problem with that. This is a very serious situation that I was told. I know a lot of other people are saying things about me as well on top of this, but this is the thing I want to talk about. So let's talk about it, shall we? And then we can go into it. Okay. So, this is April of 2021, okay? I'm going to write everything down. Everyone just chill and let me hear this out, okay? We met online when we were playing AT&T Annihilator Cup. This is me and Emmy. I was introduced to her through it, and my chat started to like us hanging out. I didn't have feelings for her or anything, but I thought we could start hanging out more and be friends.
5 anonymous.
So we met through the Annihilator Cup. A lot of you guys know this. I was playing with her. My chat liked her a lot. She was fun to hang out with, so we started hanging out. We started to play games with each other on stream, and we started to grow closer together. We started calling each other, and we were flirting. We didn't do anything, but it was pretty obvious that Emiru had feelings for me as well as I had for her. But we couldn't really do anything because at the time, she was dating a girl named Bonnie, another cosplayer from another state, and I was dating Maya. Me and Maya broke up.
Can you go
I broke up with her because the relationship felt stagnant, and Maya's sanctuary started to take over a lot of her life, and we hardly had time to hang out with each other. Since Maya moved out, I knew I wanted a streamer to move into the house, preferably a girl to farm content with, but I didn't want it to happen so fast. I didn't know if I wanted. Me and Maya broke up. I broke up with her because the relationship felt stagnant.
The relationship felt stagnant.
And Maya's sanctuary started to take over a lot of her life, and we.
So Maya's ambitions and goals and something that she's succeeding took over. Yeah, it's like there's something deeper than this.
Hardly had time to hang out with each other. Since Maya moved out, I knew I wanted a streamer to move into the house.
So since my girlfriend moved out,
preferably a girl to farm content with.
I want a new girl that I can farm content with.
But I didn't want it to happen so fast. I didn't know if I wanted to be Emmy, but she told me about a stalker that came to her house with a bat, and she didn't live at her house anymore. I'm telling you everything, chat, okay? Come on. I'm telling you the whole story. Sit down and relax, all right? Take a seat. I told her to come move in with me in Austin because she had a stalker, and we want to make content, and the guy will probably be scared since there's a bunch of people around instead of her in her Kansas home by herself. From there, our relationship started growing very fast. Within just weeks of moving in, she would sit in my room with me late at night, and I would watch Pokemon over and over again, Season 1. I loved it because she made me feel like it felt like my childhood and a place of calmness. She would fall asleep in my bed. With some nights, we would touch our backs or legs together. We knew we liked each other. We just knew it was a bad idea. Talks of her joining OTK happened fast as well, and I knew that if we were potentially going to date, we'd have to keep it a secret. Nobody was allowed to know. Streamers as well were already starting to resent me, saying that it was a thing that I moved Emmy in so fast and replaced Maya so quickly. If people found out we were dating, I could be hated by my peers and lose what I created in OTK. I didn't know if we were going to date, and I knew if we were going to make it happen, it was going to be very stressful. But I had no idea what was going to come. It was the beginning of January of 2022. Emmy just had her huge party in an arcade celebrating her birthday on stream. Everyone from Austin was there.
Yo, is his chat real, bro? What is this, like, forcing emotes? Like,
we were celebrating her joining OTK. There was a huge scare. Someone outside in the parking lot rammed into my Audi R8 and drove off. And while we were outside thinking it was a schizo viewer, we were told that the person who just hit my car was now inside holding a gun. This scared us to no end. Me and Connery's pants ran inside in fear to get everyone out and make sure everything is okay. My first concern was Emmy. I wanted her to be safe. The cops came, the drunk driver did have a gun, and was sentenced to 3 to 5 years in prison. Me and Emmy were terrified that night. And on the way home, I grabbed her hand, and she grabbed mine. And we knew we were trauma bonded, and we didn't want to let go.
what?
We would wake up together, stream together, and hang out with each other all night. She quickly became my best friend, and someone that I felt for the first time I was in love with. We hung out all day, every day. We were always so happy with each other. Playing games until the night, loving every moment we were with each other. It felt poor. Jack, relax. I remember one day I left my house. She called me just so we can be on the phone together, as we always did. And we were playing a song called Falling in Love with You with Elvis came on, and I felt that love.
That's like one of my favorite
first
songs,
time
man.
I felt
Fuck.
love for a girl, and I thought I'd want it to never let it go. The first year of our relationship, we almost had no fights. We started to date officially in January of 2022, and up until my cancellation, everything was perfect. She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped.
How is that even
That's all that happened.
How is that even
throw you
possible?
and show you an example, chat.
Brother, how is it even possible to... If I throw my phone at my bed right now, I can avoid every single target that you tell me from this distance right here. How does that even happen?
And when that's the whole thing. I didn't throw it at her. I want to make that very clear. I never threw it at her.
Going out of the bank too. I'm
I never hit her.
and
she even said in her situation that she bruises easily. She brushed over that I threw water bottles with her on my phone near her, but that wasn't during our fights. It would be throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got bruises from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. That's it. I did feel a lot of stress over the time of our relationship up until this point from her stalkers. From the one...
There better be a great explanation to that, because that sentence doesn't even make any sense. Ones
that would show up at her old house, and also stalkers that just had from her TikTok postings. We found after being with each other that her stalkers had a lot from would come to her a lot from her short form content. These people were schizophrenic and would think that she is talking to them. Whether it was songs she played, the way she looked at the screen, or just the titles of the videos, these people started to feel she was talking to them and come to our house to stalk her. These people thought in their heads they were dating her. They were out of their mind and dangerous. I told her, if we're going to be serious about this relationship, I need her to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. She agreed and understood that it was a safety concern for not only me, but the house. Russell, Simply, Corey, or anyone that was in my house, or anyone...
Am I mistaken when... I could be mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong, chat. She doesn't want her to farm those type of people, but he literally said he was looking for a girl to replace Maya so that he could have a girl replace her living in the house.
That was near us. She agreed.
So how does that make any sense?
She wouldn't want to hurt anyone else.
How does that make any sense?
And knew that posting these types of TikToks and posts can mess with us and is something I'm not comfortable with as a guy. So she would tell me that if I had a problem to let her know. And at first it was minor things here and there, but over time it got harder and harder to deal with. There were more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone found out...
By the way, if you're in a relationship online and you're a creator, impossible to hide, by the way. Don't even try to. It's not even worth it. Even me. That's why I showed pictures of me and my girlfriend, because it's like you bring in more people that are parasocial. Just want to say that.
Or was known, I could get in a ton of trouble with OTK and cause a ton of problems. Would you guys stop spamming never sub, never donated? Okay, relax.
Nobody's writing that.
I told her if we were going to be serious about this relationship, I need to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. And then there was more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. 10. If anyone found out or was known, I can get in a ton of trouble with OTK
14,000
and can cause a ton of problems in my life. So I lied to all of my old friends, S-Fan included, who lived just next door to me, and everyone in OTK. And that was very hard for me to do.
Stay strong, Miz. This will pass.
We had a doggy door between our rooms just so we can hide it from everyone else, including my roommates.
What's a doggy door?
We would lock the doors to avoid our roommates finding out. As time went on, they found out, but to most of our friends in the Austin circle, they never officially knew. That stress alone would drive anyone mad.
Like a door, on the bottom, there's a hole on the bottom of the door?
But our love for each other was strong, and we knew we can handle it. So, in September in 2022, a lot of you guys know, I was canceled by Trainwrecks and others trying to claim I covered up sexual assault. It was proven wrong, but that destroyed my mental health. I felt like my brain cracked, and I was never the same since. I was suicidal, depressed, and I didn't know what to do with my own life. Every day felt like an absolute nightmare. I was losing OTK, my mental health, and all my friends. Emiru was one of the only people that were there for me. She ditched sponsors to go with me to Japan.
Dry our lips.
She went with me anywhere I needed because she wanted me to be happy. And she knew sometimes I freaked out. I lashed out. But she loved me, and she knew I was in a terrible mental place. It got so bad that stress and constant talking about the same things over and over and no sleep and depression that most of my hair started to fall out, and Emiru started to hurt herself while we were in Japan. As this time happened, I was a massive wreck. I couldn't think straight, and being that Emiru hung out with me all day, she too started to become high-strung. Ugh. We would yell at each other, fight, and argue all the time. Things we never once did. I felt this relationship was taking a huge strain. But I thought it could be fixed over time, since things were just so amazing that first year. But
you're stuck up on the past. You're talking about your girlfriend. How you're jealous of. You were jealous of Maya succeeding. You're jealous of.
But as we stayed around longer,
what are we doing?
I started resenting her a lot more. You can take it out of remote only mode.
Another 5 gifted from
As we stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. I never want to talk about this. Emiru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in. These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible, and my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
This is exactly. I can't. Oh, another 5 gifted from Love.
There's TTS going on.
There's mad love going on right now in this chat. Gifted subs are in this segment. What's going on? I'm 90 off 114,000.
Here is a video up close of Emiru's rabbits. These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected. This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm not going to sit here and have her pretend she didn't. It's disgusting.
I'm confused. What about everything else? Why are we talking about this rabbit thing? What does this have to do with anything?
This is a video from my own brother. I didn't record this. These are mites all around her cage.
Yeah, the rabbit thing, I'm going to be honest with you. If that's true, yeah, that's really disgusting. I'm going to be honest. I'm not taking that side for that. If that's real, yeah, that's... But at the same time, what is it? We're 18 minutes in. We're halfway through. I'm confused. I haven't heard one thing about... How does this justify...
Okay.
Like,
I would tell her to take care.
Sexual assault, manipulation, stalking. Oh, your rabbit has everywhere, dies. Like what? Like
of them all the time, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many died just over a year or two of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt bad, and my brother once came over and said that if I marry her, he'll never forgive me. In fact, when Maya came over during my cancellation, she actually commented on Emiru's rabbits and said, "These rabbits are completely neglected and this is disgusting."
Okay, we understand the
Emiru wouldn't clean the cages, and the smell became so bad that we started to have the rabbits just be outside. I told her if that's the case, she's got to make sure she's giving them water, because they are her responsibility. Instead, these rabbits were left outside in 100-degree heat with no food or water or anything. Most of the time being in cages with no bedding besides poop all over the place. Emmy didn't care. She would sit inside and play League of Legends all day, and what this showed me is that I don't want her to be my children's mother, and I couldn't see myself marrying her. The fights from these times started to get worse. I would constantly want to be farther and farther from her. I would use her for
That goes against everything he said, all those texts.
content, but after stream would want to be alone. I didn't know how to break up with her or end things. She was a co-owner of my org, the only person I
Never ever mix business with your loved one. You could love them to death. You could love them forever. They could have never done anything. You should never ever mix your business with someone you love.
knew, and the strain of the relationship and hiding the relationship was really taking a toll on me. On top of that, the stalkers were getting worse. One stalker came to my house, and I had to point a gun at him for 30 minutes until the cops came. These stalkers are no joke, and the pressure from the relationship, the anger I felt, and the stalkers, as a whole really made us lash out at each other. She would tell me that she doesn't realize what she's doing, that she didn't understand what she was doing wrong. But I would constantly tell her, on and off stream, that she needs to do more because these stalkers are getting worse. I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't.
I haven't heard one
And I was aggressive at times.
Okay.
In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole, stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe.
She's in her house.
And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man. The last 9 months of this relationship, things got extremely toxic.
His ult got canceled, bro.
I told her to move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space, but she still wanted me around at all times. She would get upset if we didn't sleep together or if we weren't around. She always wanted me to drive over to her house, but I never wanted to because I wanted to be alone. And that increased our fights. But the stalkers continued, and I got even more stressed. They started to take pictures of me whenever I would drive to her house.
Wow, bro. I mean, brother, this is like, what do you think she felt? Like, you cannot, it's...
Sorry. They knew my every movement. I couldn't take it. Between the rabbits, the stalkers, and the overall ability to handle situations with each other, I knew this wouldn't last. But I didn't know how to get out of the relationship.
It's just like...
She did not want to move out. As for me telling Cheddar to leave my house, he was swatting at Chompy constantly and making him bleed. I not only was the one that wanted her to move out first, I was the one that wanted the cat out of the house because he was attacking my cat. Every month went by the last year, and our fights started to get louder. We were breaking up with each other almost weekly. Fights were getting more aggressive.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. This goes to anyone in the chat, by the way. If you and your girlfriend or your loved one are breaking up, getting back together, brother, the relationship should just be dropped. There's so many people that try to, longevitize, I don't know if that's a word, a relationship, brother, just cut it. It's not something this is normal. This isn't even me, leaking. Obviously, I'm in a relationship. Arguments happen. I've never once with Kimmy have ever thought to myself, oh, yeah, we're breaking up. And she's never done the same. I'm telling you, that's not a healthy relationship.
And shouting began to increase. I was not perfect, and I reflect on those situations with poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slapped to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched...
Get this straight. She's violent because she throws plushies and clothes at you. My girlfriend bites me sometimes. The fuck are you talking about, bro? Throwing clothes and plushies? I'm just kidding. Holy shit, bro.
I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression. I one time did
A plushie.
say I was going to kill myself during an argument.
Imagine your girlfriend throwing a plushie at you in her clothes, and you punch a hole in the wall, slam the door, and say you're gonna kill yourself. Man,
But Emmy did this as well numerous times.
she must have been streaming during this and had like more viewers or something. What was going on, man?
She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas, she told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening.
Probably just very emotional that time. I don't think she.
And I'm just going to leak everything because I don't really care.
Emmy Green. Oh, he was blocked. I'm freaking out. What is happening? I'm so confused. Call me when you can. I'll call you back later. I feel like and I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone. Literally just sounds like if you've ever had a girlfriend, she's freaking out because something crazy is going on and there's a lot of emotions. I don't think this isn't like a context of like, oh, if you don't do blah, 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 I'm going to kill myself. That's manipulation. This literally just looks like someone who's literally panicking. I think this isn't even like a real I want to kill myself. This is like a, oh, I'm stressed. I'm coming to you for you to calm my stress.
This is the situation. I told her that a stalker's at the house. I'm freaking out. What is happening?
There's different contexts to kill yourself. There's some that is manipulation where it's like, oh, you're not going to do this? I'm going to kill myself. Like, that's manipulation.
Can you call me? I'll call you. I literally want to kill myself. I can't.
No, we should 100% still take it seriously. But the way he's describing it is if like, it's like manipulating the whole situation that she put, I want to kill myself onto him. Like, even he said, you're okay.
Can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem. So just want to show this. She was also using the I want to kill myself a lot in our situation and relationship. This is while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers. This stalker who was at my house, his background picture was Emiru. And when he talked to the cops, he was in love with her and thought that she was talking to him. It is disgusting what these stalkers can do. I will say this. The fact that this guy came to my house and the result of it was a cop brought him down the street to a QT, which is a 7-Eleven, 15 minutes away, and that's all they did, is terrifying for these girls and terrifying for the situation in general.
I don't know what is that even?
Sorry. I knew that the relationship wasn't healthy at this point. I knew we had to end it and soon. One day, Emmy posted a very provocative picture, one that she knew I would hate, and she posted it to make me upset. She admitted that she made me upset with it, and we got into a heated argument, and I broke up with her. We broke up for about a month, then got back together because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food, and then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted.
Wait, he's missing out the context of when she literally said she was crying. Wait, what? Like, I'm confused. Did she not say that? Like, I'm not a very good listener, but did she not say she was crying?
Because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food, and then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then. But we got back together soon afterwards. And during those last few months where we were fighting, we were still fighting, but it did feel like the relationship had good progress. And we were both agreed we need to talk about our future. Since it's been 3 years, we should see what we want. And Emmy had an idea to write down everything we wanted on paper. I'm going to let everyone know that what I'm about to say is very true. This is exactly what happened, and she cannot argue this. One day, after staying over Emiru's house, Emiru made me breakfast, and she wrote down everything she wanted. She wrote she wants me to move closer to her. She wrote that she wants me to marry her. And she wants kids with me in the next 5 years. And I just looked at this letter that was staring in front of me, and I just handed her back the paper. She began to cry, and I told her, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore.
But then you literally did I not see like 100 different texts of you using poetry? Like, I'm confused.
I knew we were just beyond the point of toxicity in the relationship, that our trust had completely died, and that we had so many issues that I couldn't deal with it. And
I'm still confused about this Tank main. So she couldn't use Tank because of him? I'm confused. Someone still got to explain me this. Like, still a little confused on this situation, man.
I was not mentally well. I walked away. I went to her door, and as I opened it, the last words I ever heard her say is, "Don't go. I love you." That week, I made flights to Japan because I didn't want to sit around and wait to possibly get back together again. I have never talked to her in person since. I have messaged her numerous times wondering why I have been removed from OTK, Discords, and I was very scared because I didn't know what was going on. Nobody was talking to me or contacting me, and I have had so much regret. Times where I wanted to go back, times where I've drunk messaged her love letters, as you saw on stream. But after 10 months, I know we're much better off without each other. I did see her at a party once at Simply's house. The house was very small, and I opened the door, I said whoops, and proceeded to talk in the other room about what I possibly did wrong, and began to bawl out and be depressed because I just saw my ex-girlfriend.
His chat's frying me, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I want to make it very clear. I was not following her, nor lingering around her. I was with others the entire night. The house is about 2,000 square feet with about 50 people there. I, of course, was near her, but I was never following her. This year has been very hard for me, and I'm sure for her. I even went to Japan and drank every single night just to sleep. Going from being with each other for 3 years straight and trauma bonding to be completely alone is such a difficult thing for both of us.
Brother,
I began therapy in February of this year with EMDR therapy, something she recommended me when we were dating. I'm very happy to say that I feel better than ever, and I've gotten a lot of the stress I've had away.
I can't read his chat, man. I'm seeing 6'7", like, bro.
I've also moved from Austin myself, and I've had a lot of trauma lingering from there as a whole, and I feel a lot better from that. I truly hope nothing but the best for
kind of weird to me.
I know she said a lot of these things today, and I do believe a lot of them were false.
Might be offending people,
but I do hope nothing but the best for her.
Using that as like,
I'm sorry that any of this happened. I hate that we're in this situation, and I hope that she can move on. We were in a toxic relationship. I saw that. I've realized over the years of 2 relationships now online that I'm a horrible boyfriend and I have a lot to work on for myself. I've been single for the past 10 months and I plan to stay that way. I'm continuing to go to therapy and work on myself, not just for me, but for the people around me.
Did I just mute? Or did he just mute?
Okay. That's it. If you're wondering if it's scripted, the answer is, of course it is. I wrote it out because I cannot freeball this. This is a very serious situation. I want to make this real.
That was it?
And that's it. Okay? I am going to stand up for myself.
I feel like I
am going to defend myself in these situations. I am not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos, calls and messages as well, if she has them. I have things I will be leaking over the next...
What?
Exaggerated.
This guy's a clipper, man. This is one of those guys where you're in 2015 or whatever, talking to your friends, and you're saying some crazy shit, and you're like, oh, please don't clip that, man. This guy's a clipper, man.
I have dozens of photos and videos.
What's wrong with this guy?
Calls and messages.
Recording calls? This guy...
As well, if she has them. I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things.
What? This guy's just... He's just going all out now. Now he's just...
I have a lot of messages that I have that I'm going to expose as time goes on because I do believe that this is a time to go buck wild. But I want to make it very clear. When it comes to Emiru, when she says that I was getting ready to go after her and that I was going to use her rabbits against her, that was never the plan.
Ron? I don't have any messages with him. My last messages to him were... I put you in a tier on... I put you S tier on that pod. I assume you did the same. So then I responded with a cat looking sideways. And then I said, thanks. And then he goes, want to work on my Lambo next month during your subathon? And I said, what days would you want to do that? And then he messaged, and then I never responded. My schizo?
My plan for myself was very simple. If Emmy were to say something about me, I would say something back. That's it. I never had a plan in my life to go after her or do anything. It was if she ever said anything, I would say something as well. And that's completely understandable. Can you clarify what, if anything, was said to her team at TwitchCon? I said that if she goes after me, then I will go nuclear. And that is exactly what I said.
What are you, bro?
And that is what's going to happen. Because you can't mess with me anymore. I don't have anything to lose. I'm sorry I don't.
I have nothing
Go after
to
me
lose.
all you want. I have nothing to lose. And I will say this proudly. Emiru abused those rabbits. She did.
How
and
is
if
he
you're
talking
in
about the
Austin,
rabbits
Texas, and you want to say
still?
that she didn't abuse those rabbits at my house, you're lying. You know she did. She abused those rabbits and she let them outside.
Bro, even... Okay, that's
And
bad.
it's disgusting.
Yeah, that's bad. But what does that
And I
have to
didn't
do-
want to bring this up ever.
I still
This
don't
is not something I
understand.
planned on bringing up in my life. But it's something that she claims that she didn't do, and people are trying to defend her from that. Like Asmongold, where he says that one of her rabbits she took and brought around. What about the other 6 rabbits that died? As for what happened with me and Emiru, it is I mentally have been f***ed up for years. And I'm very proud of myself for working on myself. And I think leaving Austin was the best thing, not just for me, but for everyone around me. I do believe that.
Miskiff lives in LA right now?
I f***ed up a lot. And I'm never going to not admit that. And I realized I need to be alone. I never got kicked
He's in
out
my
of Austin,
city?
Texas. I left myself.
Do I have a bounty on my head?
You're still mentally f***ed. I am. I'm absolutely mentally f***ed. I have been slowly working on it. I do feel like I've been getting better. I feel like I'm very calm right now. I don't feel stressed. I don't even feel angry. I feel that every day I'm trying to learn more and more and do better. But I'm going to stand up for myself in a lot of these situations because a lot of it was not true. And I don't like that she was portraying that it was just me who was at fault. It was a toxic relationship, and that's what it was. Why was viewership so important? I will bluntly say this, and I'm very honest. I was, and I still am, but I very much was someone that was massively obsessed with streaming and viewership. And when my cancellation happened, and even before it, I mean, it's something you guys know. I've been massively obsessed with streaming and viewership over the years, and it's disgusting, and it has ruined my life. It is something that I am envious of others. I am angry at others because of it. It makes me jealous when I see others doing well, and it has made me realize that I am I'm never happy for someone else if they do it. I've been massively obsessed with streaming and viewership over the years, and it's disgusting, and it has ruined my life. It is something that I am envious of others. I am angry at others because...
You know what this sounds like? This literally just sounds like... yeah, literally what he's saying. I don't want to see other people win. When other people win, it bothers me. Literally what he's saying. I'm just rephrasing it again, or restating it. Other people, when they do better than me, bothers me, so I'm going to cheat the system, and I'm going to be better than them. It sounds like he's willing to take that risk. There's got to be more to this.
Of it makes me jealous when I see others doing well, and it has made me realize that I am I'm never happy for someone else.
That's a real psychological problem, and not gonna lie, there's a lot of streamers that are like that. It's actually sad.
They're doing much better than me. You guys know this is true if you watch my old stream. I've always been this way.
You're literally depressed when your viewer count went down. No, the I wasn't. I was getting told to kill myself, and then I
it's a
fell off
problem.
every time I went
It's a
live. What are you
seri- it
talking
was a
about?
se- it-
I
I'm definitely way
I couldn't even make content.
better than I
My
was
whole
now.
chat was just you fell off.
Or I am now, but
That has nothing to
it's a
do with
serious
anyone else. That was depressing because I felt like I couldn't make content. Anyone who watched me during that time knows that.
problem that I am still working on.
I
to
literally
this day.
couldn't even do anything.
No
am matter what I did, I got hate for anything.
I've been this way for a very long time, where I'm a competitive dude, and I think I'm very competitive with streaming.
It's completely fine to be a competitor, by the way, but there's healthy competitiveness versus what like he's stating.
Because I really care about it a lot. I've sunk my whole life into this thing. So, did you really drive 150 miles an hour? I'm going to say this very clear. If you know me in Austin, Texas, I drive fast everywhere. I drive fast literally everywhere. I'm in an Audi R8 in Austin, Texas, where the freeways are open. I drive fast all the time.
Yo, LSF, bro, you better make it this clip. You guys make me a clip every second.
I don't even remember what situation she was talking about. I mean, we were in cars with each other all the time. I remember one time when she was picking me up from the airport, and she,
The fuck did you just leave XUC?
when she was picking me up from the airport, and she was in her blue Corvette,
very different.
and she started the speed when we were on a straightaway when she was getting mad, and she stayed quiet. I don't remember the exact speed she got up to, but we were definitely flying.
But that was yesterday's news, bro. We on the new shit now. You know how fast the internet moves? What happened? But we're all on the speed shit. Speed spring. I was just trying to be your content stylist, bro. Are we dead ass, Ron? I'm looking out for you as a content stylist. I'm trying to help your content, bro. And this is how you treat me?
Guys, 150 for a guy like what? Like stable Ronaldo is nothing. But his car is basically a plane. He lifts off the ground on the highway, buddy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
This guy's a loser, bro.
She was in her blue Corvette, and she started the speed when we were on a straightaway when she was getting mad, and she stayed quiet. I don't remember the exact speed she got up to, but we were definitely flying. But I'll say this as well. I have no problem admitting fault. The person that I was during that relationship, and I would say the person, the mischief in Austin, Texas, is fucking disgusting. I hated myself. I hated this person that just sat there all day, stressed and angry and mad at the world. I hated being this upset person because I know you are who you hang out with. And I definitely changed Emmy in a lot of ways and made her very stressed as well. And mentally, the situations we were in, it just cataclysmed both of us. I was a very toxic person, and I knew I needed to get out, so I broke up with her. In fact, I broke up with her twice. The first time I broke up with her, I really thought it was over. And the second time I broke up with her was forever. I did message her a lot afterwards, primarily for OTK stuff, but there were times where I did want to go back to her. I'm not gonna pretend I didn't. I was drunk. I thought I needed to, but
40 times he was drunk, plus.
Yeah.
It's over, buddy.
That's it.
Drop the nuke.
I don't think there's really anything else to talk about.
Oh, nuclear. See, he said.
Leak something? No, not today. This is something.
Did anyone even say that? Leak something at Miskiff. Yeah.
Leak something? No.
What?
Not today.
Not today.
This is something I think that we went over.
Hey, poggers, y'all. If you have any type of that's going down, expose yourself now, man. Like, get it off your chest, y'all.
I am glad that it is
like
out there.
Please.
What I just said, and that's it. So, that's it. I said what I had to say. I appreciate you guys listeing.
How about them rabbits? How about them rabbits?
I will be back. I'm not leaving anytime soon. But I'm gonna go relax. It's been a pretty rough day. No, we're not doing top 500. Okay. All right. That's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.
Jesus Christ. Let's get on to the real shit, y'all. Hell, man, I feel this is a terrible situation. Jesus. There's this as well. This is stuff I don't really know about. Like, this is like... That's crazy. Rest in peace, Reckful. Only gambling I'm willing to participate in is whether I'll regret this Mizkif tattoo or not. Bro did this shit for 54 likes. For him to do Twitch stop gambling. Just for Mizkif to have steak logos all over him. Alright, well, let's hope LSF doesn't put me clips everywhere. We'll see.